Hello. Wow. I'm low all of a sudden again. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful beginning to your week. It is Horror Movie Monday. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world of horror movies. And then after that, we can talk about whatever. And we can hang out as long as you would like tonight. I will leave it up to you. As long as we are having a fun chat, we will continue hanging out together. I'm not happy about my headroom right now. That's driving me nuts. I'm not happy about this top button being buttoned. What's going on there? I was like, man, I'm feeling a little uptight or something here. I just realized this was my top button was buttoned. Man. Cheers. Happy Diet Cokes. Pardon me. I know it was gross. My bad. But so this is what I'm doing. This is only my second Diet Coke of the day for those of you that saw the video yesterday. And then I got a backup bottle of water. That's what we're doing. Anyways, it is Smile 2 week. Should be seeing Smile 2 in theaters Thursday night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to a wrap party for the movie Master Chaos and I. Well, it was Master Chaos's movie he directed. There's a hair back there. It's going to bug me. He directed it, and I worked on it with him. And we're having a wrap party for that tomorrow. So it is looking like a fun party. I will definitely be making a video there for Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'll be live there or anything, but I'll have I'll have a video on Wednesday from the party Tuesday. I'm lost right now. My headroom is bugging me. I'm sorry. I think I do got a little OCD in me because I'm losing my mind over here with my headroom. Okay, feeling a little better about that now. Feeling a little better. It's funny because when I look at the picture of myself before being on StreamYard, I'm fine. I'm all like up here. But then StreamYard comes on, I'm like, hello. So anyways, enough about that. Smile 2 coming out this week. There's no ratings on Rotten Tomatoes yet, but the first Smile movie was pretty good. Did it have its flaws? Yes. I thought it felt incomplete, and I was like, there was no real resolution. Maybe we tied up a couple characters' stories, but as far as an open end of what could have been, it was very much an open end. And so I'm very much looking forward to Smile 2, so where hopefully we get a little more of a resolution or explanation of why there's no resolution or whatever. But I'll definitely be seeing Smile 2 in theaters on Thursday. And I wish I had early reviews or anything. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes long. I don't understand. I get making these cinematic masterpieces, or I shouldn't really call them that, because I talk about like Marvel movies or some of these movies that are like 3 hours long. Horror movies don't need to be 3 hours long. They don't really need to be 2 hours long unless there is just that much story. And for 2 hours and 7 minutes, I doubt there is that much story that we need it to be 2 hours and 7 minutes. We shall see. But we got an R rating, of course, and directed by Parker Finn, starring Naomi Scott, who I think was she in the first one, or Rosemary DeWitt? One of them. I think one of them's coming back, right? But yeah, Thursday night. Who else is going? You guys are going to go check out Smile 2? Who's looking forward to it? Who hated the first Smile? I'm curious. Also this week, and let me pull this up right here. Maybe I can make that smaller, make it look better. Let's see. Carnage for Christmas. We don't need to watch about Premier League, but Carnage for Carnage for Christmas. This has a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Let me see if I can see how many views it actually has, or reviews, I guess I should say. But a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes already. And which is interesting because you could see down here this, and I'm on Fandango. This would normally have pictures of people, but nobody's famous enough to have their picture on there. So this is going to be a very low budget movie with early reviews at 93%. And it says, when true crime podcaster and sleuth trans woman Lola visits her hometown at Christmas for the first time since running away and transitioning, the vengeful ghosts of a historical murderer and urban legend seemingly arise to kill again. So this is interesting because it can go one of two ways. It could be just coincidentally somebody who's trans that goes back home and there's a haunting. It could be an anti-Christian. It could be a movie promoting like woke agenda, and I don't really care to see that shit. But if it's just, hey, it just happens to be a trans person going back home and there's a haunting, I'm down. So I think I'm going to give this a shot. It says, this is what's interesting. And one of the things about Fandango is they'll put up here, oh, this is opening. If it's opening in one theater, this could be opening in one theater in Podunk, Alabama, which I guarantee it's not, being about a trans person, but it could be opening in one theater nationwide and it will pop up on Fandango. A lot of these movies like this are probably going to be available to us streaming. So it should be out somewhere this weekend coming up. Carnage for Christmas. It's only 70 minutes. It's not rated. I'm kind of curious about it. I will probably watch it, but it could go one of two ways. And I'm hoping it's just a trans person living their best life and a haunting happens. If this is agenda driven and stuff, I'll turn it off halfway through and then I'll let you know. But Carnage for Christmas also comes out this weekend. Let's get rid of that. And then this is an interesting one because I had seen a trailer for this a while back and it did nothing for me. Well, Phat Samurai guy saw it and was like, oh man, this is looking pretty good. Can I get rid of this stupid ad? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Got rid of the stupid ad. I Will Never Leave You Alone, an hour and 33 minutes. And I forget what they said about it, but anyways, I forget why Mastercast, or not Mastercast, Phat Samurai guy was interested in this movie, but supposedly it looks pretty good. So we shall see about this, but I Will Never Leave You Alone. If it's going to be in the theater on Thursday. Maybe I do a double feature Thursday night. I'm not sure. But it says Richard is a mute who is on parole from prison and has been released into mandatory custody of a superstitious real estate investor who pays him to stay alone in a haunted house for 6 days to rid it of its evil spirits. So a mute who's on parole is getting paid to stay 6 days in a haunted house. This is his chance to return to a normal life. How fucking normal is that? You're a mute on parole, staying in a haunted house. Maybe that's going to get him there. This is a stepping stone, but it's definitely not a normal life. Let's see. If he fails to stay all 6 nights, the investor will send him back to prison. I hate when movies do that. So I don't know. And this is maybe is part of the reason that I wasn't too thrilled about this. How are you going to send him back to prison? You're a real estate investor. You're not a cop or whatever. So we'll see in the story, but that to me is a hokey plot line. Once on the isolated property, Richard finds a creepy old doll that unleashes evil spirit of a witch murdered on the property centuries ago. The witch haunts him and eventually tortures him using the painful memories that led him to prison. Okay. It seems like we're doing too much. This story seems too complicated for what it is, but we'll see. Pushed to his limit after a few days, he can't leave or stay, unable to ask for help or even scream because he's a mute. Richard is trapped alone, struggling to cope with the hauntings as it destroys his reality. There's no telling what Richard will do if the witch ghost fully invades his mind. I don't know. I just don't know. I'll watch it and I'll let you know what I think of it, but I'm not too excited about it. I'd have to ask, and I forgot. I just talked to him or just heard Phat Samurai Guy's thoughts on this yesterday. So you would think I would be up to speed on it, but I Will Never Leave You Alone coming out this week. So we'll see about that. And if it's in the theater, maybe I'll watch it, but I think that's also going to be a on-demand watch. And this one is, there you go. Thank you, Mr. Bones, Master Samurai. And I'll say hello to everybody in just a moment. I know I'm quite a few minutes in and haven't said hello to all you legends yet, but here we go. One more that I kind of wanted to talk about that I saw on the Fandango page here, and that is Rippy. I've never fucking heard of this movie before today. Hang on a second. Sorry, I had a little tickle in my throat I had to deal with, and I tried to, but I hate coughing on camera. So Rippy, an hour and 23 minutes. It got a rating. It's rated R. That's kind of interesting. And it says, when locals in a country town start being killed by a zombie kangaroo, the local sheriff must face her past and work with her eccentric uncle to defeat the beast before it kills everyone. Oh, look, and it's got Michael Biehn. Ha! 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 Hey, I mean, what has Michael Biehn done lately? But still, man, Michael Biehn. Ha! So Rippy might be another one. And that's interesting that it's rated R. Being that it has a rating, my guess is they really push for this to get a theatrical release. So, and it's obviously an Australian film, I would think. It says there's an outback. Oh, no, there's an outbreak in the outback. So there you go. Rippy coming out this week, too. So I'll look into those and see where I can see them and let you know my thoughts after I watch them. I just noticed this and I forgot about this, and this is weird too. I just don't get why this happens. What I see in the preview is so different what you actually see here. I changed my lights up there, and so I have one strand of lights up there by the Funko Pops up at the very top of the screen right now. And I had a strand of Christmas lights that ran like up and around the door frame there. They were too much. They were too overpowering. And I wanted to get rid of those. So I just got that one strand up there. It's good. It's great light for movie watching. Because I'll leave these on and sit here and watch movies. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, this side of the room is pretty dark right now. So I need to do something over there. But in my preview screen, I wasn't even seeing the Train to Busan poster or the Friday 13th poster over there. So what are you going to do? Anyways, before we talk about anything else, let me say hello to all you badasses here. Mr. Jami, what's up? Antonis, what's up? Terry, what's going on, Terry? Hey there, OGB. Looking forward to Smile 2. Just an interesting fact. I found out that all the creepy smiles throughout the first film are entirely performance-based without any digital augmentation. Really? That is interesting because there's some pretty intense smiles in that first one. Imagine, that must have been a fun casting call to sit there and tell everybody, smile the biggest you can. That would have been fun. Alien Romulus comes out on digital tonight. Very cool. Antonis, I know you've been looking forward to that. Daniel, what's up? Wicked Network, what's up? Blue Monday, once again, there you go. OGP, can I get a shout out from you on my birthday, October 16th? Let's see, that's Wednesday. I will try to remember, Antonis. I will try to remember. But happy early birthday to you. I got a bazillion and one things going on in life. And I know I always say this, but every time I try to kind of take it down a notch and simplify life, it gets crazier and crazier. So I don't know. I have the movie wrap party tomorrow. And then I have to edit a video for that when I get home late tomorrow night to put that up Wednesday morning for you all. So I won't be doing a live stream on Wednesday. You know, I would say right now, the best I could promise you, Antonis, is wishing you right now a happy early birthday. Brian Sanchez, what up? House of G fam, what up? Antonis, not today, but okay, I got you. That part of your last video, you getting gas and using the nozzle to push in, has changed my life. You're welcome. You're welcome. No, you know what? Hey, I don't like touching anything I don't have to over there. I keep a pack of baby wipes in the car so I can clean my hands up after getting gas. A lot of times I won't even touch the nozzle itself. And I actually forgot because I was too focused on making the video. But I carry gloves in my car that I can use to touch the handle. And it's not that I am a bit of a germaphobe, but I've been to the gas station way too many times and people have put on hand lotion before grabbing the nozzle. And then your hand fucking stinks after, or some woman or guy is like, putting on a little perfume or whatever. And then that gets on the handle. And then you're like, oh, you fucking smell. And then you touch your steering wheel and then your whole car stinks like this shit. So I don't like touching those nozzles because I've just been grossed out by them too much. But you're welcome. I am here to serve you and help you and enlighten you on your gas pumping. And like Balzer said, if that video gets 100 views, I will take you on my laundry washing journey. Oh my God. Artie, what's up? How you doing? I agreed with the pumping gas using the nozzle. It's a game changer for not touching. Yeah, you take it out and then pick your 87, 89 or 92, whatever they are, wherever you live. I know it's different based on each state, but click that and then boom, put it in. One less thing you have to touch is all. 1 hour 45 tops. Yes, on horror movies, hour 45 is fine. A movie and to talk about Terrifier 3, which we have to address because I've been getting a lot of interesting feedback on the review I did with Master Chaos, and I do want to address some things because I'm not opposed to killing kids in movies. I mean, shit. I have on my shelf right here a Serbian film. That's a messed up film. That does kids wrong. And so I'm not going to sit here and say you cannot kill kids in your movie. But I have other thoughts as what they could have done or why they should have done something different. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But let me get through a couple more. But speaking of Terrifier 3, it just Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, way too fucking long. I guess it depends on the movie. It makes me likes a long run time if it's a fun ride and I don't want it to end. Yes. So I have seen movies like that Substance. I think the Substance, whatever its runtime was, and I'm drawing a blank on how long that was right now. But let me look at my diary here to see movies that I watched that were kind of long, that the pacing was fine. I don't remember. So, anyways, I wish it said runtimes right there. But there's been a few movies I've seen recently. There were a couple hours that I was like, this runtime's fine. It's okay because the movie's good. But 2 hours, man, for a horror movie, it better be fucking good. Like, really good. Logan, what's up? I actually liked the first Smile. Wasn't anything amazing, but such a fun group watch. I'll be seeing the sequel, but 2 hours, yes. And so hopefully the pacing is good, and hopefully there's enough story to justify 2 hours. We'll see about that. So the Joker 2 has only made $51 million in 2 weeks. They're going to lose $200 million for that movie. Cost $300. The Joker 2 is a mess. And I don't know why that got approved the way it did. I would think somebody's getting fired over that. I really would. If somebody doesn't get fired for that movie, I would be shocked. Mr. Bones, hello, Mr. Bones. What up, Michael McNally? How you doing? Another woke liberal. So I don't know. Carnage for Christmas. It might not be, but it might be. We'll see. Never saw Smile. Maybe I'll watch it this week so I can go see Smile 2. And here's the thing. If Smile 2 wasn't coming out, I'd say Smile, you're not missing anything. You could watch it, but it's nothing that is going to leave your life incomplete. But if you're interested in seeing the new one, I definitely would watch the first one. I definitely would. And I haven't seen the new one yet, so I don't know. For example, like The House is October Built. You cannot watch the second House is October Built without watching the first one, because of the simple fact the second one will spoil the shit out of the first one. And I mean, you could watch it. The movie will explain itself, but it will completely spoil the first one and ruin it for you. That being said, if you're thinking about seeing the second one, definitely got to go watch the first one first. Let's see here. Killer Roo. A Killer Kangaroo. I'm kind of down with Killer Kangaroo. It was called Red, then got changed to Rippy. Okay. Oh, The Red. Okay. All right. They should make a Killer Emu movie. Derek, what's up, Derek? Hey, Skyla, what's going on? How you doing? Skyla and Simon both have the same birthday. Nice. Well, happy early birthday to Simon as well. One day away, less than 24 hours away where you are for Simon's birthday over there. Very cool. Happy early birthday to Simon. And let's see here. It looks like we need to get him a new phone. I mean, Simon, as he left in the taxi. Oh, no, that sucks. Losing a phone is the worst. Jackie is naked. How did I get here? I'm so high. Nice. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with being naked, on your side of the phone. If you're out in the public eye, that could be an issue. But hey, enjoy the naked stream. Yeah. Here we go. Way Up Dude is in the house. 2 old ladies were sitting on a park bench when a man in a trench coat came up and flashed them. One old lady immediately had a stroke. The other couldn't quite reach. Boom. That's a good one. I like it, Way Up Dude. That's hysterical. I like that one. That's a good one. That is definitely a good one. It's walking that very thin line, but that is hysterical. So, yes, we need to talk about this. Let's get rid of this and let's talk about Terrifier 3. I got to talk about this a little bit more. So here it is, Terrifier 3. It's currently at a 76 based on the experts. Now, if you remember, the experts had it, I think at one point in the 90s, and it's gone down to 76. Here's the big telltale about Terrifier 3. It only has 84 expert reviews. That's a very low number because a lot of experts are not going to see this movie. Horror movies just don't do that well, especially indie horror movies. So the true telltale would be the audience score. And this is going to be people that are diehard fans of the Terrifier franchise, which I must state, I'm not. I did not like the first one. The second one I thought was way too fucking long, needed trimmed down, and it could have been a decent movie. I like the character Art the Clown, but I'm not a fan of the franchise. I don't own any of them. And I was hoping that Terrifier 3 would make me go, okay, now I need to go out and buy this franchise. Nope, not a chance. I don't give two fucks about it. 84 is still a good score from the experts that did rate it. 89 is an amazing score from the fans that watched it. But if you put this film in front of a large group of people like the normies or what have you, it's not going to be an 89. The 89, this is the diehard horror movie fans or diehard franchise fans. And I'm okay with that. If somebody goes to watch a movie, I hope they love it. I'm happy for the success that it's having for Damien and David and Lauren, everybody involved. That's great. But because of these, and because it's supposedly the number one movie in the country, maybe it really is. I don't know. It doesn't make it a blockbuster. Somebody commented that this movie is a blockbuster. No, a blockbuster is based on the amount. A blockbuster is, Avengers Endgame. A blockbuster is something that's gonna nowadays and age. You got to really probably make at least 500 million to be a blockbuster in my eyes. Blockbuster is a smash. It is a huge hit. This can't be a blockbuster because it's only made, when I looked earlier today, 18.3 million bucks. That's not even the budget of a blockbuster. So I'm not bashing the movie here, but let's stay in our lane. It is a horror movie that is extremely gory. It's very fun at parts. It's not going to win any Academy Awards. The effects, while fun, were clearly fake looking. Without going into spoilers, because I don't want to spoil this, it had a lot of flaws. The story had more plot holes than it had more holes than the Titanic. Like, I mean, the holes in the story were huge. And the problem with that is you have a 2-hour movie. You have a 2-hour movie and 8 minutes, 2 hours and 8 minutes. And you couldn't put together a solid fucking story? Don't get me wrong. Clint Howard was fucking amazing. Daniel Roebuck was great. There's another cameo who I don't know if everybody knows, but so I won't say his name, which is great. Some very funny moments. But the fact that there's a scene where the girl goes to bed, and then we go to the next scene, and a whole lot of stuff happened between these two scenes that should have had a lot of story there. We had a lot of opportunity to show a lot more kills, but no, we're right there together. So we don't know how all these things happened. There's loose ends. There's characters that don't get wrapped up properly. There's places and things and storylines that don't get wrapped up properly. And I'm not going to go into all those because I'm not going to get into spoilers here. But there's a lot of problems with this. Just like the latest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. A lot of problems. So if you go into this movie saying this movie's fun, it's bloody, it's gory, Art the Clown is hilarious, that's everything I want, I love it. I can accept that. But don't sit there and tell me this is a great fucking movie. I can't accept that. The story, and here's the biggest problem that I have with it. You chose to go shock value instead of story. And maybe that is a telltale on Damien Leone's inability to write a good movie. Or maybe that's Damien Leone going, I don't care about the story. I just want to shock these people. So you went shock value and you lacked story. I want a good fucking story. I just told you on my review of my top 50 Halloween movies about a movie called All Sinners Eve, or All Sinners Eve. It's a low budget, I mean, probably micro budget, shot on video movie that looks like shit, but it has a great story. I mean, they did great with the story, and they gave us, some resolution with the storylines and the characters. We wrapped up their stories. That none of that happens with the writing in Terrifier 3. So is it fun? Yes. Is it shocking? Yes. Is it a wild ride? Yes. The pacing was kind of okay, actually, for being 2 hours, because there's so many kills. But I would have settled for maybe a couple less kills and added a little more storyline. Where were we going? We saw Lauren get out of the asylum, or the wherever she was, the sanitarium, the whatever you want to call it. She got out of the loony bin. She goes to live with her uncle. Okay, great. What was the trajectory of her story after that? There fucking was none. She was just going there, and they were going to have a party. Where was her character going in life? It wasn't. There's no arc in her fucking story at all. So, blockbuster, no. Great movie, no. Fun movie, I'll accept that. But, the scores and everything like that are fine. And the reason I'm saying all this is because a lot of the comments that I'm getting on that video, and I'm not defending myself, everybody, and I'm not arguing against your thoughts or your views. Everybody, it's art. Well, funny, knock, knock, pun, slap my knee, whatever. Art the Clown. It's movies are a form of art, and we all get to decide how we like them or what we like. I'm good with that. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong for having your opinion about a movie, but in my view, this is not a good movie. It's a fun movie, but they went for shock value over a good story. Does not have a good story. So because of the things Master Chaos and I were talking about in our review, we're getting called names, getting called like soft or woke, or getting called people talking crap about Master Chaos's movies, supposedly even though they hadn't seen any of them. Let me tell you something. We agree to disagree all the time, but anybody who wants to call names or personally attack, just fuck off. Like, I love everybody. I'm willing to sit here and accept criticism or debate or alternate views, but you're going to go to name calling? Fuck off. Like, nobody needs that, and I don't want that. So I'm not even going to acknowledge, your comments and stuff, for those people that did. A lot of great positive comments, a lot of comments that I'm like, you know what? You have a different view, and I accept that. I respect that. But this, trash talking and name calling, come on now. So getting into it's out for the weekend now. I'm not going to dive into spoilers, but there is something that happens in this movie that they went for shock value, and that's killing kids. I'm not going to go into how. If you've seen the movie, you know how. The first kill of the movie is off camera. So right away, you've lost shock value. So if you were going to have the balls to go out and say, fuck it, nobody's off limits, we're going to kill everybody, then why were you too scared to make the first kill of the movie off camera? Why did we make the first kill off camera? Because it was a kid? That's not ballsy to me. That's not ballsy. So, we can go point, counterpoint. My point, you didn't have balls because you killed them off camera. So, your shock value, something you did in the mall with the kids in the mall. You went for shock value. You could have done a lot of other funny things with that. I think it was lazy. I think they were looking for different ways for Art to kill people instead of coming up with clever storytelling ways. I mean, they could have went with, this did not happen. These are not spoilers, but it could have went with Art handing out to kids presents and they open them and there's body parts inside of them. Shocking. Could have been Art killing a whole bunch of parents and making the kids watch. Shocking. But what we did was lazy, and it did not do it just made Art the clown look like, okay. Everybody's going to say, oh, Art the clown is just a killer. He doesn't care who he kills. Bullshit. Because Art the clown, in the first house, there's 4 people in the house. One of them didn't get killed. So don't argue that he's going to kill everybody. There's a lot of times where he has an opportunity to kill everybody. And the biggest glaring problem with Art, with the argument that Art is going to kill everybody, how the fuck does he get a sidekick? He should have killed the sidekick. You don't have a sidekick if you're just going to kill everybody. Jason Voorhees doesn't have a sidekick. Michael Myers doesn't have a sidekick. So don't give me that fucking shit that Art the clown is just going to kill everybody. And that's the argument. No, he's not going to just kill everybody because he chooses who he kills. So if he chose that he was going to kill these people, that was lazy writing, classless writing, bad writing. There's so much more they could have done. The first kill of the movie. Didn't have to do that. Could have killed 2 of the other 4 people in the house. Just killed the 2. Then could have sat down with the kids and had milk and cookies together with the dead parents. Oops, spoiler, my bad. A little tiny. It's the very beginning of the movie. Fuck off, whatever, my bad. You could have you had Art and the kids sitting there eating milk and cookies, knowing what just had happened to the parents. Fine. Would have been amazing. These kids are in for a shock. Maybe Art gets up and says, all right, off to bed, and sends them upstairs for them to find their parents. And the kids have to see the parents. Could have been fine. Would have been amazing. Would have been so much more impactful and so much better of a story than what they did. So I accept that it was fun. I accept that, it was shocking, that it was bloody and gory, all that. Did they rip off other movies? Yes. Is that okay? I think for this type of movie, it's fine. Because the end, we flat out, we're running around with the chainsaw and the floor is kind of opening. How much more Evil Dead can you get? So there's ripoffs, but anyways, if you are a fan of the first ones, if you just want a shock value and blood, guts, and gore, go see it. Otherwise, wait for it. And whatever you do, I support you. And I hope you enjoy it. To me in Master Chaos, there was some issues. If you got a problem with that, then that's fine. But you want to sit and call names and talk shit, this is not the channel for you. So that's all I want to say about that. Terrifier 3, I get it. I walked in that theater, so it was Master Chaos, myself, Mark, his lady, and Brendan, not Web Movie One Brendan, but other Brendan. 5 of us, and then there was another guy, Nick. I'm surprised I do remember what he's, well, aside from Mark's lady. I apologize about that, but I remember 5 out of the 6 names in the group. 5 out of the 6 of us were not big fans of Terrifier 3. 5 out of 6, and these are all professional filmmakers, movie making folks, producers, directors, writers. 5 out of 6 were not big fans. Thought they could have done better. So I stand by my feelings on it, but I respect everybody else's feelings. I do. when I lose respect is when we start calling names or stuff. Like, come on, man. We don't got to be that way. Robert C, what up? How you doing? Terrifier 4, 3 Terrifier movies enough? Yes. So Terrifier 4 supposedly is on the way, and we'll see. We'll see. And this is what's going to be very interesting. And Master Chaos and I talked about this with the shock value here that they put in 3, with what they did to kids, and knowing how much kids are crucial to the business of places like Spirit Halloween. Will Art the Clown have the presence next year that it does at Spirit Halloween this year? It's going to be interesting to find out. You can find Art the Clown shit everywhere right now. Will it be there next year? I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out, because there's a lot of parents, whether you agree or not, there are a lot of parents that are going to be like, no, my kid's not seeing this. And I don't want to hear the argument, oh, my 16-year-old saw it and they're fine. No. The first 2 movies, people were taking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids to see those. A lot of kids wouldn't be able to handle that stuff. Some kids would. I would have as a kid. My mom raised me on horror movies. I know Wet Movie 1's niece and nephew would be all about it. But the argument that a 16, 17-year-old kid, they're not really kids. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the marketing and promotion and the things that you can buy and the t-shirts and the costumes and stuff next year. I'm just curious. I'm not saying which way it's going to go. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see which way that marketing goes. Jude, what's up, Jude? How you doing? Late again? You'll be all right. You'll be all right. I haven't seen these movies. Maybe I should. Really wasn't planning to see them. Jude, there's no story. I mean, you don't go into it for a story. If you want shock value, blood and guts, there's that, but there's not much story. So it depends what you're looking for. Why are you seeing getting backlash because your opinion about that movie? A little bit. Yeah. There's some comments that, are just a little frustrating, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm not mad right now. I'm not, I'm not losing sleep or anything, but I'm just saying, if that's why you're here, if you're here and you're going to call names or whatever, you can move on. I rather, we stay positive and talk movies and have a good time, and we can agree to disagree. There is no more powerful statement than the history of mankind than agreeing to disagree. If we could just agree to disagree, imagine how many wars would have never been fought, how many murders would have never happened. Let's just agree to disagree and move on. That's okay. Wait, well, who's doing this? I block people, talk BS to me, not my friend. Yeah, no. And Jude, there's comments that I've removed and people that I have already blocked from YouTube here. There are. Jennifer, what's up, Jennifer? How you doing? I watched your review, and yeah, definitely not seeing it. I'm always to each their own, but kind of person. But the people saying they actually love this movie, I kind of tilt my head sideways at them. Yeah, no, and that's where, and here, hey, I get it. If they want to love it because of the gore, the shock value, and all that stuff, okay. But yeah, anybody who says, oh, this is a great movie, a masterpiece or anything, yeah, that definitely gets a little, what you talking about, Willis? It definitely gets one of those. I love the way your friend put it. It's kind of hard to have fun and cheer on Art when he went that far. Agreed. He is a different type of killer now. He really is. And killers don't. I mean, you can say the killer's just going to kill everybody. But when you have 2 movies already, you have set rules. You have decided what type of person Art the Clown is, what type of killer he is. You've established that. So then in this one, those rules are all thrown away. So, in a movie, one of the big things, like an arc in the story, in the characters, the audience wants, you may not know it, but you want rules that this character is going to follow. Why? Because this character has a backstory. We all have backstories, things that shaped us and formed us. And so like a simple rule about me, about OGP, a simple rule about me is I like horror movies. That's a rule. In a movie, that would be a rule. I like horror movies. You wouldn't write the movie where I hate horror movies. So we've established guidelines and rules for how art does things. They took all the rules and threw them out the window for this one. And so that's kind of, it's bad writing. And so, I accept, look, hey, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that new one on Netflix a couple years ago, it's fucking terrible writing. But if you want to argue that it's fun because all the kills and everything, okay. So this is I kind of lump it in the same boat as that. I'll never buy that Texas Chainsaw, and I'll never buy this Terrifier 3. Luther, what's up? After so many kills, I would think shock is over. Movies would be boring. Yes. So, and that's where I do believe that Damien thought about that and said, the writer-director, Damien Leone, he said, we need something different. We need the audience to see something new. Because they do have, there's like the shower scene kills. There's they're kind of crazy and goofy and fun, but it's we've seen this before. We've seen this before in this franchise. We've seen this before. So I think rather than just getting more creative with the way art kills, I think they said, let's make art kill differently. And that was just bad writing, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm not the expert. I'm just giving, my opinion. And this is why I read your comments, because I love hearing your opinions too. But, and that's where the first kill of the movie, I accept as shock. I don't think it was great writing because it was off camera. But later on at the mall, I don't think that was shock as much as that was just reaching for something different to do. It was just offensive. They could have done something better that would have been way more shocking. And we talk about it in the review, and I'm not going to get into full details on that because, again, I'm not trying to spoil anything. But they could have done something so different at the mall that would have been so much more shocking and fun rather than doing what they did. It was weak. This is why I don't dig gore flicks, more a supernatural horror fan. Indrid, and so here's my thing. I'm not the biggest monster movie fan, but supernatural, I'm like Conjuring, Insidious, movies like those, I'm down with. Zombie movies, down with. Psychological thrillers, Silence of the Lambs, down with. But they have to have a good story. And the problem with Terrifier 3 is just a lack of story. If it would have had a good story, I might have been all on board. I still would not have appreciated the mall scene, but I wanted more in the story. And all we got was more of the same. And so, I think they could have done a better job. Brian, OGB, have you seen the Wreck franchise? Wreck. So I have not watched any of them yet, Brian. I have not, but I just bought this. I did, I think, I can't remember what video I did it in, but I ordered this and I got the entire collection on 4, and I need to watch these movies, and maybe I'll put them out tonight. Maybe I'll dive into that franchise tonight. But yeah, there it is. Got the whole collection from Shout or Scream. It's all the same company, but Scream Factory on Blu-ray right there. We'll definitely be diving into those. Who's coming for you? Don't worry about it, Jennifer. They're already blocked and banned from the channel. So, yeah. F Terrifier. How about that? Yes. How about them apples? Yeah. Jennifer says F Terrifier. I love it. You're awesome. Well, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it. You're awesome too. And aside from losing Simon's phone, I hope everything else is going good for you all over there, Skyla. Jude says killers actually don't care who they kill sometimes. Usually there's a target or targets, and sometimes it's whoever. They have to kill somebody, but that's real life, not a movie. So, and Jude, but with that in mind, if a killer is killing somebody for survival, that's one thing. If I'm on the run and I'm a murderer and I have to kill somebody else to survive, fine. But art is a prowler. He is out finding people to kill. So if you're going and finding people to kill, you're selecting the people you want to kill. We got a specific look in Terrifier 1 and 2 of the type of people he wanted to kill. It didn't scream shopping mall. It did not scream that. So I know it's a Christmas and the scene had potential to be epic. But yeah, they didn't do good with it. More shit eating and offing kids. Yeah. Yep. I'm calling you names. No, they're blocked. Don't worry. They're blocked. Block people who shit talk you. Simple solution. Luther, that's exactly what I did. But if anybody's watching, I just want to put it out there. And this is I wanted to talk about Terrifier and my thoughts anyways, for everybody that we disagree on this. And that's, I'm genuinely curious about other people's thoughts. If not, I would never do live streams. I would just upload videos and you could hear me talk at you instead of to you or with you. So I like hearing other people's thoughts on it, but yeah, just if people want to, be childish or whatever, they can move on. Have you seen Ice Nine Kills music video for Terrifier 3 yet? House of GFam, I have not. I saw that they were posting a lot of pictures, and I do follow Spencer, who I've seen in person 3 times at conventions and kind of interacted with once. Very nice guy. And they've got some very fun music. I haven't seen that one yet. So artistic, now they have a little kid dressed as a dead clown eating their own poop. What a masterpiece. What? That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, I actually like Terrifier 3 most of all 3, but that's not saying much. Well, no, and James, I support the fact that you like that, and I like that you like that. But one of the telltales, and I think Master Chaos mentioned this in our review. I think we talked about this. When the movie was over, there's a lot of fun horror movies that when the movie's over, and this is kind of weird to me because there's nobody there, but the audience will applaud. There was no applause at the end. And we were in Los Angeles, second biggest city in the country, a packed theater. And there was no applause at the end of Terrifier 3. Those are the kind of telltale signs to me. If people were pumped and amped and loved this movie, there would have been applause. So, but I mean, I know a lot of people like it, and I'm good with that. I support you, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the movie. I had a great time that night. I got to see a movie and hang out, which I love seeing movies, and hang out with Master Chaos and Brendan and Mark, and Nick, and then Mark's lady. It was a great time. We had a wonderful night. It wasn't like a horrible night or anything, and it's not a horrible movie. It's not a horrible movie. I wouldn't, if I had it, I would not cut it in half and throw it in the trash like Unsane. I would not do that. But it's not my favorite. Killing kids are so Ted Bundy or name a killer. Why kids in a movie? No, thank you. Yeah. And Jude, it's a Christmas movie. So if kids were killed incidentally or whatever, that could have been fine. And I am not the guy that puts kids off limits to being killed. What's that movie I'm thinking of? There's a great movie where the little girl gets killed at the beginning, and then she, there's like haunting the rest of the family. What is that movie? It is an amazing movie. Son of a bitch. Why am I drawing a blank on the name of that movie? So I think it ends in Italy or something like that. But the girl gets killed. Her and her brother are driving. Brother kills her. And then there's like ghosts and haunting and stuff throughout the rest of the movie. And it's fucking amazing. Is it Hereditary? Hereditary. Great movie. Killed a kid. Okay, no problem. It's just the lack of good writing that makes the killing kids kind of pathetic to me. Albert Fish killed kids. Sorry for my rampage. I'm in a mood today. And the dogs are in a mood too. I had the dogs locked up, but they're not locked up anymore, apparently. Sorry for my rampage. I'm in a mood today, and I don't like when people are mean to my friends. Well, thank you for considering me a friend. Okay, door open. Hopefully the dogs will stop barking now. I had the dogs locked up again, but somebody let the dogs out again. And now they bark. So forgive me. But I'm sorry you're having a bummer of a day, Jennifer. That sucks. That's a bummer. Movies are an escape, as they should be. Yes, Indrid. And see, and that's where, in order for me to get out of my reality and into the movie, I need a good story. And Art the Clown didn't hit that home run for me. Killers think they're doing bad art, really bad. No, I know that there are killers out there that, for whatever different reasons, but yeah, it's supposed to be a movie. I don't know. It was a bit of a bummer. I'm not mad at the movie. I don't hate the movie. I'm disappointed that it wasn't better. Gale, what's up, Gale? Big bro has your back. I agree with your vibes on Terrifier 3. Well, I appreciate that, Gale. Thank you very much. And Gale, I know we haven't talked a whole lot lately, but I hope your health has been well, and I hope your family's been doing well. I hope you're bouncing back from that car accident and stuff. But I don't forget about you, Gale, even though we don't, haven't talked that much in the last couple of weeks. I hope you're doing well. House of G fam, Damien Malone says art doesn't abide by rules or hold true to any rules. Yeah, if that's the case, there's certain things that I would have to spoil the living shit out of the movie, but there's certain things that, why does he do this? I don't accept that. I don't accept that. There have to be rules. And that one rule of art is he is a killer. That's a rule. He kills, right? He's a killer. Another rule is he is a supernatural being. We learned that in part 2. Art is a killer and he is a supernatural being. Those are rules. So I reject the thought that art doesn't abide by any rules. Because if he didn't abide by any rules, then he could go buy somebody an ice cream cone, hand it to him, and just walk off happily. That would, he's not a killer all the time, sometimes. So I think, he does have rules in 1 and 2, and then they just changed the rules in 3, and that's the problem. And I respect Damien Leone's thought on that, and I would sit down across the table from him and tell him he's wrong. I would have no problem saying that. I would love a sequel to Unsane. No, we do not need any more Unsane. And man, Matt Damon was one of my top 5 actors of all time. I really had to reconsider Matt Damon's status in my favorite actor rankings after that movie. Because man, I'm telling you, Unsane. Ugh, what an abomination. Pardon me. I don't want. So again. So if you saw my video yesterday, I started out just random ass video looking at my Halloween decorations my wife put up outside, and then going and getting gas, and then going to the store and getting a car wash, and then it was me going on my journey out to see Terrifier 3 with Master Chaos. Shot a couple days ago, but then I went into kind of talking about the future of the channel and the schedule and stuff like that. And one of the things I did was talk about was kind of like starting a weight loss journey. And I'm not technically, which is crazy to think, technically I'm clinically obese, which is crazy to think. Like with my weight and my height and weight right now, they say you're obese. One thing that doctors never, ever account for is big bone people. And I don't sound like Cartman. I'm not fat. I'm big boned. Hey, I'm pretty big boned. And so I'm never, it would be very hard for me to ever weigh what the doctors think I should weigh. And that's Being my height, they say I should weigh, I don't know, like 160, 170 pounds. My goal is just to get below 200 right now. So I did on the video yesterday, I stepped on a scale and I was sitting at like 231, which is like the heaviest I've ever been in my life right now. Cause I'm dealing with a medical condition that makes it a little harder to exercise a lot. It's not life threatening and it's going to go away at some point. But I do need to do better. And that's drinking less sodas, even though I know this is 0 calorie, but it tricks the mind into thinking, and that makes me more hungry and I eat all night and stuff. So I need less of this and I need more of this. So, yeah, anyways, that video, I don't know why I got onto that rant, but if you watch that video, and we're talking about, I don't know. I was talking about shopping or whatever was going on in that video. I got on a rant there. Sorry about that. I'm off my tangent now. Back on track. Let's see. Oh, I'm 15 minutes behind. My bad. Let me try and get caught up. I think your idea of having the kids eating cookies with art while their dead parents' bodies are near, that would have been epic. Yeah, I agree. Yes. And would have definitely went down in horror movie history. I think so. Yes, it would have. I'm talking about real life. No, I got you, Jude. Gotcha. Yes. Yeah, it was distasteful. See, I missed about the first 15 minutes of this discussion. Yeah, sorry, Indrid. OGP can't believe you're having backlash because your opinion. It's the way it goes. That is the internet, and the people have the right to their opinions and stuff. But I'm not gonna. I would rather they just moved on, rather than me having to go in there and block people, because I hate doing that. So, thank you, Jude. Yeah, everybody, if you would hit that thumbs up, would be huge. Would be very cool if you did that. Yes, has to be a story. Same low budget. Some low budget have a good plot. Very much so. Very much so. As a younger horror fan, back when I watched Cannibal Holocaust, Pharaoh, etc., not now. So, I could take. I mean, movies like Green Inferno. That's a pretty jacked up movie. And speaking of jacked up movies, I watched something last night I'll tell you about right now. And this movie did what they should have done with Terrifier. But I can get down with the gore, the horror, gory. I think I created a new genre right there, gorer. I can get down with the gory horror movies, the blood thrown everywhere. Hey, Dead Alive, the greatest movies ever. Evil Dead. I mean, we got blood going everywhere. Those are fine. Fun stories. You should smell Art's farts. Yeah, no. You should see the creeper's balls, though. I'll tell you, it's a set of balls right there. I don't need to smell nobody's farts, though. But check this out. So I bought this a while back. A portion of this was on my movie list forever. And then I found out that it was a short film in an anthology called Family Portraits, a trilogy of America. Has anybody else seen this? This is a good movie. This is a story right here. And the 3 shorts in it kind of fit together. This is a twisted movie. This movie right here actually had me go, ooh, I don't know if I can watch this scene. This is fucked. This is bloody, gory, cringy, hard to watch, but a great story. This involves a kid. I'm not going to tell you if that kid gets killed or not, but what they did with the kid in this movie, they should have done in fucking Terrifier. Whatever. Family Portraits. I highly recommend this. And the reason that this was on my list, Family Portraits was not on my list. Cutting Moments was on my list. And that is the first short in the 3 here. The runtime is, for being only 3 shorts in the movie, it's 104 minutes. So hour and 44 minutes. So they're shorts, but they're not like 5-minute shorts. There's a lot of story in these. The first one in here, you get 10, 15 minutes in this movie and you're like, ooh, shit, don't do that. And then they do it. But Family Portraits, man, the story in here, it gets this gets a 4.5 stars. And again, I know I used to go 1 to 10, my ratings, but I've switched over to 5 stars because that's what you get on Letterboxd. So I just want consistency. I have rules about consistency with my rating system. So this gets 4.5 stars, which is a 9 out of 10. Could it have some better production quality and everything? Yeah, maybe. Not the effects. The effects were fucking phenomenal. But this is so good. Family Portraits, Severin. I don't know if it's sold out or available or anything right now. But if you can find this and watch it, I highly recommend this. If you want to see something twisted and bloody and gory, this is it. This is it. Family Portraits. Amazing movie. Let's see here. I have a confession to make, and that is I've never seen any Terrifier movies. You're going to be all right, Skyla. And after review, I don't really care to watch this franchise. That's my opinion. Hope it's okay. And he's saying, no, 100%. 100%. No, we are all entitled to our opinions. I don't care what the opinion is. Just not name. You could say, OGP, you are wrong. You're out of your mind. I disagree with you. But if you say, you start calling me names, you are stupid. You could say my opinion is wrong. My opinion is stupid. But when you get personal, that's the problem. You are good. You are 100% good. Have you checked out Monster Summer with Mel Gibson? It's a good movie. I have not. I think I just saw that like scrolling through on demand or something the other day, but I haven't. Well, time for a Diet Coke with 191 a Wild Turkey. Well, there you go, man. Ooh, Diet Coke with Wild Turkey. I feel the heartburn already. Matt Damon lost a bet to Jimmy Kimmel, and then Unsane was me. Was that really wasn't it? Was it fluff? I mean, Matt Damon wasn't a whole part of the movie. He was just an add-on because he was friends with the director. I'm in the same boat. I was told carbonation. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I love the little bubbles in my belly, man. They make me feel good. And I wish I liked sparkling water, but I've tried a bunch of different kinds, and I've just not been a fan of the sparkling water. I'm waiting. This order use something special from Terrifier. Oh, Gale, too kind. Killer Care Bear, what up? Oh, GP, what up, Killer Care Bear? How you doing? Diet Coke or pop is bad for you. I know, Jude. I know. Anyways, I'm trying to get off the Sprite, going to the black tea and bottled water. So, and here's the thing. So this is a Walmart brand bottled water right now. I bought another couple packs of bottled water from a local grocery store, Stater Brothers. And that one said it had minerals added for taste. And it tastes like pennies. Or like it almost tastes like it has like almost like a blood taste to it, where you could taste the metal in it. That one's a little potent, but I'll drink them anyways at some point. But the Great Value, it's not the greatest flavor water or whatever, but it's fine. It does the job and it's cheap. So yeah, I know, and I'm trying to get back on to drinking more tea and stuff. But man, the bubbles make my belly feel good. Especially having so something I've had since I was 19 years old is chronic acid reflux. And so I've been on medication now for 30 years for heartburn. And so what I put in my stomach, it sometimes it doesn't matter. I'm going to get heartburn. Sometimes I could eat whatever, so with the chronic acid reflux, man, the bubbles make my stomach feel good. And that's a huge factor for me. So I know my digestive tract is all jacked up. I got the Shotsky ring, which is the narrowing of the esophagus, and food can get stuck right there. I could choke and die if I don't drink enough fluids while I'm eating. And then the stomach with the acid in there. Ugh, it's tough. It's tough. It's the sugar ingredients in the pop. No, and the thing is, I know, so like with this, obviously we don't have sugar, but the fake, the sugar substitute, that's bad stuff. It's not good for you at all. So that's why I need to get off of it. I loved him like a brother-in-law. I loved him like a brother-in-law. VM, what's up? I'm missing the context of the comment there. I apologize. Nocturno, what's up, Nocturno? Man, Nocturno, over there posting all kinds of epic posts from an amazing series, concert, festival, music festival over the weekend. Man, I hope you had a great time, man. It looked like you did. You kid with Matt. Matt's here? Oh, Matt Damon, with Matt Damon. Okay. Finally got a hold of the Beetlejuice Fanta. You want him? What? Are you not a fan? I kind of got over it after I wasn't a big fan of the movie. I was like, not worried about any of that stuff anymore. But man, look at that. I was 15 minutes behind. Bam, all caught up. So we haven't dove into any of the other horror movie news. And there is some stuff to talk about. I just don't remember what it is. So let's get into looking at some of this stuff. A decade on and a murky future. Is the evil within still worth it? That's a good question. I'm looking. There was some news of. Oh, did I might have, no, I don't know if I mentioned this last week or not, but Samara Weaving, who I love from Ready or Not and Mayhem and Scream 6. Samara Weaving is phenomenal actress. She is such a good final girl. She is back for Ready or Not 2. Cannot wait for that. Ready or Not was phenomenal. So Ready or Not 2, I cannot wait. Let's see. Oh, has anybody been watching the Joker? Or I'm sorry, the Penguin. The Joker. The Penguin TV show is amazing. There might be another episode out today, but I've seen the first 3. It is so good. So good. And I've been watching Tulsa King. The new season of Tulsa King is really good too. A lot of fun. Let's see. There's so much stuff going on, getting through announcements and stuff, that trying to find some of the other news, but I can't find it right now. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? Soprano Gems going over your head. Oh, time for another rewatch. My bad. It is then time for another rewatch. Damn it. No, if I missed a Sopranos reference, it is time for another rewatch. Nocturnal did have fun at the festival this weekend, music festival. It was fun and tiring at the same time. Slayer, I need the feedback. I did not see if you posted a video on Slayer. What was the status with Slayer? I saw lots of bands in your post. I did not see Slayer. OGP, about the pop problem. Cold black tea is yummy. You got to try it hot. Pop is actually an addiction. It sucks. So if I wake up in the morning and I go out and I try to, like, when I get up, I try not to eat for a few hours now. I used to be like, okay, I'm going to eat early in the morning and, and kind of get the metabolism going. And you hear there's so many arguments that you want to eat a bunch of small meals a day, keep your metabolism constantly going. There's other arguments that you want to fast. And so that would mean getting up and having nothing but water, for a certain amount of time. And you do this in intervals. So my outlook on it now is, if I'm not hungry, I'm not eating. So I'll get up and I'll try and just have water. But then the problem is I drink water and my stomach gets upset because of the acid reflux. So then I'm like, okay, I need bubbles in there. I need the carbonation. And I've yet to find a sparkling water or carbonated non-pop soda beverage that I enjoy. So that is my dilemma. I always wind up going in and grabbing a Diet Coke because it settles my stomach. It makes me physically feel better. My stomach, not like energy or whatever, but it settles my stomach. And so that is something I'm looking to get past. Something like tea, which I just flat out regular plain iced tea, No lemon, no sugar, no sweetener, no nothing. Just iced tea. I'm down with it. But anything non-carbonated, when it's in my stomach, if I'm not eating anything, it upsets my stomach. So that's a problem I'm working on getting past. I got to figure that out. And I've been kind of lazy. I've been putting it off. I should be out trying different things. Robert C says episode 4 of The Penguin is amazing. 10 out of 10. Nice. It's even better than the first 3 episodes. You're going to love it. Very nice. Robert, man. And speaking of Robert, speaking of the great state of Texas, my brother sent me a listing today. He found a place that's like a couple acres, an abandoned school, imagine an abandoned school on a couple acres out there in Texas for 125 grand. Man, I would love to come up on that. 125 grand for 2 acres. That's nothing. With an abandoned school. Come on, man. That is screaming horror movie making goodness right there. So, man, I don't know. I need somebody to go halves on. Anybody want to go halves and buy a lot in Texas that we can turn into a movie studio? Ah, man, tempting. I did. Slayer was Thursday night. It was madness. Ah, man. Dang it. I missed your videos from Thursday, man. If you feel like reposting some videos from Slayer, I would love to see them. Well, I imagine I could probably find them on YouTube. People probably posted some videos, but it was madness, man. I hope they were great, man. God dang it. Hopefully the creator will try to redeem art a little, and we'll see. My guess is at this point they're just going to push the insanity even further. Fight the fight. Yeah, bubbly. I like the bubblies. I like them. I'm not a fan of how they did Sienna and her brother. They made the second movie. Yeah. Part 3, if you weren't a fan of part 2 and how they did them, part 3 would really tick you off. Then it really would, because they continue with that storyline. Ginger ale works wonders, and you know what? And I ginger ale's one. Maybe I'll try it again, because I think we have a 12-pack in there, because my wife will drink like ginger ale and what is that stuff? Canadian something or whatever. But I've never been like ginger ale or ginger, and I don't know if they have anything alike, but they're ginger beer. I've never been a fan. I've never enjoyed those, but maybe I could try them again. Maybe I'll have to give it another shot. Yeah, schools are great for makeshift studios. I know, right? House of G fam. Oh my God. Carbonated water comes in cans, but I don't drink those. The LaCroix, however you say that. I think LaCroix water in a can with different flavors too. Yeah, Canada Dry. Thank you. Yeah, I've never been a fan of that. So I've tried like the LaCroix. I tried those. I did not care for them at all. My brother is a big fan of like the sparkling waters and different, like in the little bottles or cans, or like that. What is that? Topo Chico or something like that. I've tried them and I've just not been a fan. There was actually one that I found at Costco many years ago that I enjoyed. I went back to Costco and it was gone. And I have not been able to, and at this point, I can't remember the name of it, but I have not been able to find it anywhere else. Costco replaced it with a similar beverage in that spot, but a different brand, and it was not the same. But yeah, I need to do something better there. So let's see here. Now we're caught up on the comments again. Ah, man, come on now. There we go. I was trying to open up this window over here to look at stuff, and it was not opening for me. So let's see. The Batman 2 will likely take place in the winter. That is something I heard. Is that a big part of the plot? I don't know, but I love how like dark and like gloomy and pushing the limits of becoming a horror movie this latest Batman with Robert Pattinson was. So I think being in winter might work. That might be cool. Let's see. So Venom, Venom, The Last Dance will serve as the beginning for Noel's story. So apparently Venom is coming to an end and Noel is starting up. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Joker earned the same on its second weekend that Beetlejuice did on its sixth weekend. Interesting. Let's see here. I'm trying to find. There was some other news. I just can't find. So I was sitting down and I was getting ready to make my notes and have a little dinner and everything before this. And about 20 minutes before going live, I get a call from John Ward. He was at Verizon. He's trying to get new home internet so he can get, like better upload speeds to do like his videos and live streams and have other guests on his shows and stuff. And try and save money too, because he's spending a lot for his internet right now. And John calls me going like, what about this? What about this? And I'm like, I want to help you, dude, but like I have so much shit I have to do in getting ready for this video. And so I lost a little bit of time on some of my prep work for that. This I thought was interesting. Found out the other day, the John Wick movies were originally, or John Wick, the original one, was going to be titled Scorn, but then they changed it to John Wick. And I wonder, I don't know. I don't have any more details on why. Let's see. Martin Scorsese, 81, has no plans to retire. Let's see. The Batman 2. Well, when was this post? Apparently Batman 2 will release October 3rd, 2026. So still 2 years away. Bummer, but at least we're getting it. Tobin Bell says he will return as John Kramer in Saw 11. That's interesting because I think a lot of us thought Saw 11 was going to be more Hoffman. So maybe we get more Hoffman and Saw, Hoffman and John Kramer together. That might be interesting. I would have to go back and watch like parts 3, 4, 5, 6 to kind of understand the dynamic of how that would work. But Tobin Bell says he'll be back, and I think that's awesome. The more Tobin Bell we get, the better. Balzer, what's up, Balzer? Mr. Lurker. Joker was beat by Beetlejuice at this weekend's box office. That's hilarious. But Joker was a flat out insult. Beetlejuice was fine. It just, the story wasn't very compelling, but it was fine. But Joker was offensive. It really is that bad, Jennifer. So the problem is, and it's been out for a couple weeks now. I'm not going to dive too far into spoilers now, but, and if you don't want to hear what I'm going to say about the Joker, you can mute me or something for a minute. But Joker 2, it's basically him dealing with his insanity while being in jail and in court. And then we kind of find out he's not even like the real Joker. And then he gets killed at the end. He never even meets Batman. How the fuck you going to kill the Joker before he ever fights Batman? Stupid. Very stupid. So yeah, it's just bad. It's all song and dance. It's like a big Broadway play. It's horrible. I haven't seen Robert Pattinson's Batman yet. What? It's good. But remember, he didn't want to work out to bulk up as Batman because he said the suit has the muscles built in. Director was not happy about that. Well, that's kind of funny. And I mean, like, and I kind of get it. I mean, you want to look like Bruce Wayne when you're Bruce Wayne. You don't want to look, you don't want to walk in looking like, buff as Mike Tyson walking in the door. You want to look like Bruce Wayne, a businessman. But yeah, I mean, hey, I thought Robert Pattinson, I went in very skeptical of the movie. I did not think it was going to be good, but I walked out loving it. And it is one of my favorite Batman movies. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I'm very much looking forward to the sequel. And I'm glad they're getting it done. I'm wondering who is the villain going to be this time. I mean, we have the Riddler and the Joker sitting in jail, like a different Joker. So are we going to go with those guys? It'll be interesting to see what direction they go with it. But I mean, could be a spoiler alert in the idea that it's going to be made in the winter. There's a Batman villain, right, that likes cold stuff, right? I wonder if it has something to do with that. We'll see. We shall see. I do love me some Diet Coke, man. And that's it. That's it. These two, I haven't cracked the water yet, but that's all I've been drinking all night. Yeah. So, anyways, well, we are slowing down in the comments and the chat and everything. I don't want to sit here and be boring, but this weekend, Friday morning, Smile 2, there will be a video of me reviewing Smile 2, Carnage for Christmas, and Rippy, depending on if I'm able to see those. I'll let you know and maybe talk about them in maybe a live stream over the weekend or something like that. So I see you're doing more homework, movie homework lately, despite you saying you don't like movie homework. Sometimes a deep dive can really bring a story together. Props. No, and I mean, my thing is, especially for Horror Movie Mondays, I like to know what's coming out, what to talk about. And I used to talk a lot about physical media, what was coming out for the week. But the problem with that is that the only place you really can buy physical media for most of us anymore is Target or is Walmart. And the Walmarts over here, they really don't carry shit. If I walk through and see, like, they have, why am I drawing a blank on that? The new movie, Late Night with the Devil. They have Late Night with the Devil, but they got it on DVD. I understand there is still a market out there for people buying DVDs. Not at my Walmart, because they just sit there. The same 2 copies that have been sitting there are still sitting there. So I wish they had Blu-rays or 4Ks of Late Night with the Devil, because I would like to buy that movie. But Walmart is really pretty much the only option, unless, like, if you live in Vegas or Phoenix, you've got Zia's. If you live close to LA, because I mean, LA is a big place. I wouldn't drive like 30-40 miles on a regular basis to go to Amoeba. But if you live close to Amoeba, and there's a couple Amoebas, I think, up in the Bay Area. But otherwise, for the most of us, if you want physical media, you're going to Walmart now. And so having just one store to kind of compare what's coming out, it's, I could compare that to Amazon, but that's not really fun. And so let me find it here. I just moved everything around, and there we go, Blu-ray.com. So I mean, if you want to know what's coming out, like on physical media, let's see here. Oops. Present, share screen, Blu-ray. So in this one, I don't like sharing the screen because it has 50 million ads in it all the time. But you click out of one and it shows another and all that. But you go to Blu-ray.com and then click on like Blu-ray, and then you go down here to release calendar and find the date. So we're looking for October 15th, and you can see, so Nightmare on Elm Street getting a 4K Steelbook, Land of the Dead getting a 4K, Thanksgiving is getting a 4K. Well, that looks pretty good. Is that from Shout Factory? What's that from? Well, I can't see on the side what that says it's from. But see, clicking on this stuff, man, the ads kill me. But so I would write it all down and look at the prices and all that. But I mean, really, for most of us, either we buy our movies online and get them sent to us, or maybe we stop in a Walmart and see what they got. But there's no real going out shopping for movies anymore. It's pretty much done online. So you go to Amazon to find out what the price is going to be, you're probably buying it on Amazon. So for me to dive in and do the whole spiel about what movies are coming out and where to get them for physical media, I don't know that it's, really important to do anymore. Thanksgiving was great. I liked how they made killers a cop. Made the killer as a cop. So, well, spoiler alert, James. But Thanksgiving is a great movie. It is a great movie. If anybody hasn't seen the movie Thanksgiving with Patrick Dempsey, it's a phenomenal movie. I recommend it. Deadpool, what up, Deadpool? Most are having to go online to buy movies. That's exactly it. Yep, it's exactly it. And or you're buying them from Arrow Video, you're buying them from Shout, you're buying them from Kino or Vinegar or Severin or whatever. And so we're not going out shopping. So yeah, it's a different time now. I hope Smile 2 is good. I do as well. I will be seeing it, and so I really do hope it's good. Appreciate the live streams lately. We'll rewatch this one. Oh, appreciate that, Killer Cabaret. Yeah, sorry. You're showing up not too long before we're winding down here, but and to have a pretty intense discussion about Terrifier earlier in the video. If you're interested in hearing more of my thoughts than just the because I kind of elaborate on the thoughts from the review and some other stuff. Can never count my local Walmarts to have anything. I know they never do. They never do. Thanksgiving is a pretty good movie. I liked it. Best Buy and Target screwed us all. Yep. And the thing is, the shelves are empty. They have, like, back where the movies used to be in my Best Buy, it's like they're using them as storage. They're just boxes of like these microwaves or big box items or whatever. I'll tell you what, Best Buy, I don't go there anymore. I hope they're seeing a lot less foot traffic, so they realize, they stopped caring. And maybe it wasn't profitable for them, but there's a way to remain profitable by altering your business model. You just change how you do business. Walmart's pretty good at it. Walmart, you want to put movies on the shelf there, you put them on the shelf. If they don't sell, you got to buy them back. So why doesn't maybe Best Buy should have done that, or Best Buy shouldn't have been so fucking expensive. Toys R Us went out of business because it was fucking expensive. They couldn't compete with Walmart. Kmart went out of business because what they were selling compared to Target or Walmart was either too expensive or it was a lesser product. You have to adapt. And if you're not willing to adapt, then you stick to your guns, and as a business, you get into this financial trouble, you're doomed. And so they should have changed their business model. For me, if I was running Best Buy, I would want the foot traffic. I would maybe not have as extensive of a movie collection as I did, but the new movies for the week, I sure as shit would have those. The new movies that are coming out, everybody bought the steelbooks in the new movies. So why couldn't you keep those and just get rid of the rest of them? Just have a small section at the front of the store. But nope, we just get rid of them altogether. Whatever. Can you do a top 10 low budget horror movies? That's tough. Get your cheapest Halloween top 10. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't want to sit here and go and figure out what everything is, price and stuff. And plus older movies, it's hit or miss at what you're going to pay for them. Best Buy and then $45 steelbooks were just too much. Yeah. And even Walmart going in, some of the steelbooks are like $30-$35, 30 on a good end, for the steelbooks. And that's still a little steep. But it is better than 45. Yeah. Best Buy just sells overpriced appliances now. When you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, same appliances. I know. And I used to have a Best Buy credit card. I don't anymore. I have a Home Depot credit card, which we haven't needed appliances lately. So I have a zero balance on it, but I got a Home Depot. I don't have a Best Buy anymore. Book Off Bayou, it's about 37 miles away. I ain't driving no 37 fucking miles to go look at movies. I still have not been to that Book Off because it's just too far. It's something I'd have to be in that area, but I mean, 37 fucking miles to look at movies. You think about the gas. You're using over a gallon of gas to get there and a gallon of gas to get back. So right off the bat, you just call it 3 gallons of gas. So 3 gallons of gas is, right now, about $14. So whatever you buy, add $14 onto the cost of it. Ugh. Yeah, it's too far. It's too far. Scary Movie 1 and 2 is my favorite to watch on Halloween. Nice. Very funny ones. Not too far from Van Buren Swap Meet. Yeah, Van Buren, I've lost. Here's my problem. I have lost any desire to go to thrift stores and to go to swap meets. I just have no fucking desire at all to go walk around and look at people's used shit anymore. I have too much shit of my own. Maybe there's some good finds out there and stuff, but I could care less about going to Van Buren Swap Meet anymore. So, yeah, but if I'm over in that area, if I'm passing by and I have time, I'll definitely stop in. But I'm not going out of my way, because wherever you're going, all that gas money you're spending, add that on the top of whatever you paid. So, and I got too much shit as it is. So maybe it's a good thing that Walmart's really the only option. You got to go so you can catch them slipping. Yeah, Fluffy can do all that. I'll leave that for Fluffy. For me, there ain't enough money in that for my time to do that. I know Fluffy finds stuff here and there, but I'm like, man, if I'm out spending 3 or 4 hours, the way I value my work, if I'm out for 4 hours, I want to make at least $200. If I'm not making $200, it's not worth my time. I'd rather be sitting on a couch watching movies. So, and the hit or miss on that, I could never get. I tried for a while doing what Fluffy does. I just don't have the patience. I just don't. But, more power to Fluffy. He enjoys doing it. More power to him. It's not my thing, though. So anyways, I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah. How about them apples? Hour, 36 minutes, 26 seconds. It's been fun. I don't know what the video tomorrow is going to be, but I did not plan on it being a live stream. But I slept all day today. I plan on going out and making a video tomorrow. So I do have to go to the movie wrap party tomorrow with Master Chaos. So I will be making a video there, and that will be up Wednesday morning for you all to enjoy. And then Thursday, I think I'll do a live stream. And then Thursday night, I'll go to the movies. And then Friday, we'll have the movie reviews. So that'll be the plan. But I got to figure out what I'm doing for tomorrow. Maybe cooking with OGP live tomorrow. There you go. Maybe it'll be a live stream, like a in real life with OGP, me going, because I do have to go before I go out to that party tomorrow night. I do have to go to the hospital and get some x-rays done. So maybe I will do that. Maybe you can watch me get an x-ray or something. I don't know. Oh man. Anyways, it's been fun, everybody. Hopefully you enjoy the video tomorrow, whatever it is. I don't know at this point. I got a couple hours to figure it out. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, take care, everybody. It's been fun. I'm dragging it on out. Good night, Rambler. I'm rambling now. No. See you guys later. I'm out. Peace out. Word to your mother. Deuces.